Hey everyone, James with the chair from the StarCraft 2 guidance site, bringing you a tactics video on the Protoss probe in StarCraft 2. So this plucky little fellow is the automated building unit for the Protoss. Can build various buildings, and yeah, mines resources. Basically, yeah, bit of a workhorse to say the least. Given the jobs they'll be doing, although most of the time, yeah, they'll be mining minerals of this being gas, but. Yeah, they're also unique amongst the other races' workers of the fact that, yeah, they can build multiple buildings at once, or rather they start warping the buildings in. Yeah, the buildings just warping on their own, and the Protoss probe is then free to do various other things. And yeah, it can also lay down pylons anywhere on the map, and yeah, it isn't too shabby really, of course. Yeah, that's right. Before you can get that, but anyway, yeah, so as you can see, it can certainly do a pretty good job in warping in buildings. Only one builder is needed to warp in every single building, not too shabby. And at the same time, the probe has also got its own little crappy melee weapon, a particle beam. It is also unique in that it comes with shields and a bit of health, so that basically means if you can get it away from combat for a few seconds, it can regenerate its shields quickly, which is yeah, pretty important for harassing enemy workers. And yeah, you also probes, just like other workers, are normally used for holding Zelnaga towers, or rather at least tagging the Zelnaga towers early on in the game, possibly holding onto them earlier on. Or they're also used for scouting, and yeah, due to their speed, they can usually evade enemy units, such as the Zergling, yeah, once they get off the creep, as you can see. There you go. So yeah, do that, and yeah, against the Zerg they're also used to delay expansions. So for example, if the drone was about to put down a hatchery here, then normally you get the probe to basically half around a little bit like that, and yeah, it'll reduce the amount of damage it takes from the drone if a drone tries to attack it, and yeah, it'll basically be a pain in the ass for the Zerg player when it comes to deploying their hatchery. And yeah, when he's finished, then yeah, you can just deploy a quick pylon, and yeah, basically just send it back to your base once enemy reinforcements arrive, such as the Zerglings from the Zerg player, and then yeah, they can delay the expansion a bit. You can also cancel the pylon as well if you don't want to actually keep it, so if it's about to be destroyed by Zerglings or whatever. Against the Protoss, they're also pretty useful for basically scouting out the base, and yeah, they can also run circles around Zealots, as you can see, moving slightly faster than them, although you have to watch out for Stalkers once they're created. And yeah, not too shabby. Against the Terrans, yeah, they can also wow, rather persistent little fellow, but anyway, against the Terrans, yeah, they can also be used for scouting. You have to be a bit careful though, because the Marine, as you can see, he actually moves pretty quickly, and if you aren't careful in moving the probe away from it, then yeah, it can actually take a few shots by the Marine. But yeah, as you can see, you can take a couple of shots before succumbing, and yeah, provided that you can keep him away from combat for long enough, he'll start regenerating his shields anyway. When it comes to the races, I suppose, well, but yeah, you can definitely say that Terrans will be the best race to harass when it comes to harassing their workers, given the fact that their SCVs need to stay in one spot to construct the buildings. That basically means, yeah, you can use your initial probe to, well, say for example, if none of the barracks was under construction, you could use them to harass the SCV that's building it, and either force Terran player to pull off workers to defend against it, or try to get it with a Terran Marine. So there you go. So yes, very plucky little units indeed, to say the least. One thing that's a bit tricky to do with working units in general, including the probe, is directly harassing your opponent's workers that are working at the mineral lines and Vespene geysers and all that. You just have to be very careful, because these guys can very quickly swarm your probe and yeah, destroy it. Indeed, it can destroy it very easily. So yeah, just have to watch out for that. Usually, yeah, not the greatest idea to do that, unless you're paying loads of attention and you're basically ready to get your probe out there the very second these guys try to swarm you and destroy your probe. But yeah, something a bit more advanced to say the least. So there you go. Probe, nice little building unit, certainly got its uses. to say the least. And yeah, certainly needed for scouting earlier on in the game. And yeah, you also want to, depending on the circumstances, put down pylons at different points of the map, try to make them hidden a bit. And yeah, later on you'll be able to warp in hidden buildings, and yeah, of course, warp in your units from the warp gate once the gateway is upgraded to the warp gate, that is. So there you have it. Check out the StarCraft 2 guidance site for more information about the game, and until next time, this has been Dame to the Vid, signing off.